Hey, it's Thomas Troutman here on Ace's Place. I love to listen to Ace's Place, so you guys tune in. It's going to be hot.
Or who influenced you in your creativity?
Okay, well, one of my main influences, and this is funny because a lot of artists say this, but this is like from the pit of me. I started dancing and everything, wanting to be close to how this man is. And you could probably guess, if I said go ahead and guess, you would probably say ... But Michael Jackson is one of my biggest influences as far as dancing and the sound of his music. You know, I'm like, I want to strive for that because everybody knows who Michael Jackson is.
Word.
And, and I want to be at that level. And I'm going to get there, And another influence for me is Usher because, he kind of spun off the Michael Jackson thing and then put it into R&B. And just watching him dance and his vocals, I picked up a lot of things from him and Trey Songz as well, vocally.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of Trey Songz stuff. Just, some of the riffs and runs that he does are amazing. So,
now, what do you think growing up with the Zapp family that you've learned that's going to help you succeed?
Be careful. That's one of a big thing that my Uncle Lester, who is our manager, has been telling me because I'm actually CEO of my own business, Superstar Media Group, and I'm getting that off the ground. And, you have to watch everybody because people can put on a smile and be beautiful and wonderful, but you have to get to know them before you let them in and trust everything that they say and do. Because with talent comes a lot of crooked people, and they'll try to lead you down a path that you think is just so bright, and then you'll run right into a dead end. For me, I know that I have to stay prayed up and I have to be humble. And I have to trust in God to lead the path. And, He hasn't done me wrong. And so I'm going to keep trusting in that and keep trusting in God because that's the only way that I can succeed.
Feel you. Now, Thomas?
Yes, sir.
There's nobody here but just you and me and the listeners.
Right.
Any special funny stories growing up about Uncle Roger or your dad or something? We got to know. Represent.
There are so many stories from me and my Uncle Roger. One that's really funny, and I always tell people this because it's the honest truth. I told you before that I did like a little tour with them and I was always together. Uncle Roger would have to make runs to like a music store or something, and it doesn't matter where I would be. He would always say, somebody go find Tom, and he would always say, you want to go with me? And he's like, yeah. And other people would try to go in the van with him, and it would be like, no, you can't go. Only person that can go with me is Tom and Terry. Me and my dad, he wouldn't let anybody else go, and I felt so honored by that. And one of the greatest things that I think I can ever, that I will never forget in my life is that a few days before my Uncle Roger passed, he told me, he set me down, he's like, there's something about you, and I can't really put my finger on it, but don't you give up. He said, don't you give up on whatever dream that you have, because you are going to do something crazy. He said, Tom, and he talked in this Donald Duck voice, and he's like, you're going to do something crazy, and don't you forget that I told you this, because you really are. And, I was laughing, and but it was serious. And, he talked on the phone with my mom, I think it was probably the day before he passed, and he told her that she had a piece of gold on her hands, and he was talking about me. And, she just recently told me that story. I'm like, wow. He was instilling his legacy in me. He said, you finish what I'm starting. And that's just something that just baffles me every single time I think about it, because it's like, now I see the gold that he is talking about, and this is just the beginning. We've seen nothing yet. This is just the beginning for all of us, the fans, my family, and for myself. It's just getting started. So
you made me think of something by saying, like you said, your Uncle Roger telling you, giving you support. Are there anybody in the family that's tried to talk you out of getting into the business, saying you really don't want this, go get a job in corporate world?
Yes, a lot of people, and I won't really put anybody's name out there, but a lot of my family were kind of apprehensive, like, I don't know, I think you should go to college, I think you should do, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep going to school, because for sure I'm going to do that. I'm studying musical performance, and musical theater performance. But a lot of people are like, this isn't what you want to do. You shouldn't do this. You should go do this and this. And they were, saying, I don't really know if you have it in you to sing and to, and it hurt my feelings. A lot of the things that people were saying when I was so excited about, I'm getting ready to cut my first album, they would slap me down. It's like, whoa, like, I thought that you had my back. I thought you would trust that I can do whatever I put my mind to, and you're knocking me for it. Wow. And so, I think with this album, I'm proving a lot to many people. and I'm just shutting them down because, you know, my vocals are good. And I'm like, you know, I told you I could do it.
Right, right.
And nothing can, will, or ever, you know, nothing can ever stop me. From this point on, I'm just going to keep going forward and going forward. I'm going to be one of the biggest icons in the world, and I won't shut that dream down. That's a vision that I've always had, you know?
Right, right.
And so I get to prove to those people that I can do it, and they'll embrace that. You know, a lot of people have heard the album. They're like, wow, I didn't think you can do it, but dang, man, you singing people under this table.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah.
Now, how difficult when collaborating, like with your dad and all that, was Dad trying to put old school on you, or was you trying to say, no, Dad, this is the sound? And
never. He actually supported everything that I did with the album. You know, he pretty much said, you know, this is your album. We're going to work together, but ultimately, in the end, whatever you want is what we're going to put out. You know, he would be mixing. He would be, I mean, we were up for hours. Like, night after night, we would be up and get 3 hours of sleep and then be right back up. And, you know, sometimes I would go to bed because my voice was tired and we had been mixing, and I would listen to a final mix, and I would listen to it with production ears, and he would always ask, like, never once did he not ask me, you know, are you okay with that? Does this bother you? Does this, you know, how does this sound? Do we need to change this? And we never really had any debates or disagreements. I mean, there were a few there because it's like, no, I really don't think that this should be there. We need to move this here. And he's like, oh, okay, I don't really agree with it, but we can play it. And, you know, we always found common ground.
Okay.
And so it was really, he was just guiding me. And that's how both of my parents have always been. They have never tried to take control or take over or force something on me, anything that I've ever put my mind to. They always said, you know, we're going to support you in it. And they've let me make mistakes. They won't let me get too far out. They'll bring me back before, you know, I get hurt or anything. But they, you know, they're like, okay, well, if this is what you want to do, we're going to be behind you 100%. And that's how my dad was on this entire project.
We're about to what, like, section I call Take It Home. It's an old school wrestling term. Means finish the match.
Right.
All right. Go ahead. Talk to your fans. And again, let them know where they can get the music, a website, anything.
Sure.
All the info on yourself.
Sure. Well, right now, we're working on getting the website up. That I'm sure that Ace can give you guys that soon. But the album is available on iTunes. It's on cdbaby.com. And you can look it up, you know, type in Thomas Troutman, my artist page and bio is there. And it's on a lot of other sites as well, Rhapsody and different things, but CD Baby and iTunes are the main. You can actually order hard copies, like the actual CD with the booklet insert, which I think is better because there's lyrics to every song, there's photographs, you know, it's about 13 pages, and so you guys can see that. www.facebook.com/Thomas Troutman fan page. You can go there, like the fan page. There's going to be competitions and different things and updates on that site. And then the link for my actual website will be up there soon. So we're working on a lot of things.
Thanks for being on Ace's Place.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
God bless you all.
Molly, Thomas Troutman, Terry Troutman Production. Girl, man, you know, I see all them girls on YouTube, but I don't pay attention to them, and I pay attention to you, you know, because I saw you on YouTube. Check it out. When I walked into the room, I got on the internet and I hopped on YouTube. I was looking for a lady who can do her thing. Maybe she can dance, maybe she can sing. You can do your thing on the YouTube scene. I inbox you my number and my cell phone rang. It was you and you said, can I help you, please? I said, I wanna get with you and can you get with me? Cause I saw you. You look so sweet. Saw you on YouTube. Yeah. I look sweet. Saw you on YouTube. You look so fine. Saw you on YouTube. Gonna make you mine. I checked my email last night and guess what? I seen another YouTube video and you were doing your thing. 100,000 hits, girl, now that's insane. You know I got your number, so now I need your name. I seen a bunch of ladies trying to do their everything, but you got this thing going like 'cause you're the YouTube queen. Now I'm asking you, girl, can I be your king? I said I wanna get with you, will be the perfect thing 'cause I saw you. You look so sweet, saw you on YouTube. Yeah, I need to tweet, saw you on YouTube. Yeah, you look so fine, saw you on YouTube. Gonna make you mine.
When I log in YouTube, I log in to see you. I log in 20 million times, give you 20 million views. Other girls on there, I don't pay attention to them fools trying to outdo you. Now you know that ain't cool. My man Thomas told me that you was a YouTube queen. And ever since I seen you, I became a YouTube fiend, uploading videos. Now I'm on the YouTube scene, taking people to the site, like you see what I mean? But on this internet, I do see a lot of nonsense. People arguing with each other over you on the comments. Yeah, but that's alright. I see a big green ball with no dislikes. And I'm like, how they spitting game and they ain't spitting it right. But I'ma write you today and I'ma see you tonight. Thumbs down to all the suckers that be acting like chumps. And if you like what I'm saying, girl, give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up.
So sweet, saw you on YouTube. I need to tweet, saw you on YouTube. You look so fine, saw you.
Thomas Troutman, again, he is the son of Terry Zapp Troutman, the nephew of Roger. I think there's a future there. They're talking about cuts that I haven't even heard. Better than the stuff that you've heard in this two-part interview here on YouTube. Be sure to go to CD Baby and check him out. Get that music. It's called Pressure. Check him out on his Facebook. And while you're there, go to my Aces Place radio show. Join it, like it, get all the up-to-date information. Give me a call, 315-316-2727. Let me know you like the show. Tell me your name, where you're calling from, that you love Aces Place. If you do it good, I could probably use you as a radio drop on my show. My email is acesplaceshow@gmail.com. I'm working on trying to get this thing on Facebook, too, to where you can get it anytime. And be sure to check right here on YouTube for part one, if you're listening to this first part of Thomas. His dad's interviews here on YouTube also, here on Ace's Place. Sugar Hill Gang, Stacey Lattisaw, the Stone City Band, the original Stone City Band, Rick James's, Stacey Lattisaw, Egyptian Lover, the Two Live Crew, etc. Keep checking that out. I'm going to keep getting those interviews for you. I make it easy for you to get right here on YouTube, Ace's Place. I am the people's champ of the radio. Now, it's time to go. So remember, if you forget the ACE, well, that's cool. But never, ever, ever forget the GOD. I'm out. Ace's Place, y'all. Ace's Place.